I'm back with another scenario playthrough, this time the Extraterrestrial Researcher. Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to part 1 of my playthrough of this scenario. And the difficulty is intermediate, and it says, a sim obsessed with outer space knows we cannot be alone in the universe, and this sim is determined to discover all there is to know about extraterrestrial creatures. Can you build a DIY rocket that can take the sim to space and back home again? And the reward is satisfaction points. So we're going to hit play now. And I'm going to use an existing household that I've already created. So here we have the scenario details again, which essentially is what was on the main menu. And again, it says the reward is experience points, and there's no bonus reward for this. And the potential outcomes are bring back 5 unique living alien creatures from voyages into space. So that's the living ones versus some of them are dead. And then you can learn about scenarios, but I'm not going to do that. So that seems to be it. But I have done a little twist, and my sim is starting with no money, and it looks like he got some rocket science skill to start with. A bit of this is I had played with him as a child and very minimally as a teen, so he has some child aspirations, and I took away most of his satisfaction points, but he does have a few traits, including the scouting aptitude. He was played with before the Growing Together pack came out, so he doesn't have those bonus traits, but he does also have some parenthood, emotional control, responsible, good manners, compassionate, and of course he was a high school student. And he did have a pristine reputation, but I took that away, and so now it's actually showing as negative, but it's a neutral reputation, so he'll have to work on that again. And I have given him the nerd brain aspiration because I figured we should work on that at the same time because it requires going to space. So let's actually take a look. They gave him level 2 of rocket science, I think is what he started with from this. I think the rest is probably stuff he had minimally from when I played with him as a child/teen. I did try not to get too many skills because I wanted him to start pretty bare. So anyways, this is a lot in Henford on Bagley, which is my edited version because I essentially took all of the landscaping and put it around a pond, which still needs a fishing sign, so we cannot fish at it yet. And we're going to try and see if we can make some money to have a house and get a rocket ship and go to space, just as an added little thing. So we're going to try and do this. We're going to try and complete the nerd brain aspiration and, get a house. So let's go work on making some money. So I'm in my favorite starting location in Finchwick by the market. We're going to see if we can take some errands on. And I started a animal lovers club because he is an animal enthusiast. And I don't remember if I actually showed, well, I showed it, but I don't know if I mentioned his actual traits. He's a genius, an animal enthusiast, and a geek, which you may have seen. But now I'm saying what they are. So everybody in the club has to have the animal enthusiast trait. So we're going to do a friendly introduction to try and meet some people and get some points for our club. And so I have switched him over to Friend of the World aspiration. I did actually rotate through all the different neighborhoods. Likes rascals. Okay. I guess I can say yes and change my mind. Oh, right, I forgot he was incredibly friendly, so he didn't actually need that. So, he didn't need the club to get a boost, because he already had that trait. So, let's look and see if we can see, the mayor to do, I don't see a mayor, and I don't like the grocer's task. So, we're going to go here and try and, at least while we're waiting for the mayor to come into the world, into the neighborhood, we're going to do a friendly introduction. And then we're going to enthuse about new show. And we're going to look for doing an errand, which I think is under activities. Yes. Offer help with errands. So we have 3 friends now. Yay. Rocket ship is not cheap. So we're going to do I gnome you. And so we need to talk to a gnome and find 2 single sims, which shouldn't be, they're not single. He's not single. So let's start with talking to the gnome. And let's see. Well, she's single. Oh, they're both single. So why don't we go talk to them? Oh, she's sad. Someone's sad. Have a Henford heart to heart. But they're both single, so we can ask them if they're single. And they will be. Oh, except for... Oh, no. Someone went downstairs. What wasn't... Oh, was Michael is going down. Okay.
Oh, no. Be nerfed the boy.
Ask about career. And ask about day.
Oh, Gosha.
And friendly. Not friendly. Romance. Flirtation. Ask if single. And then we'll go talk to the gnome. Oh, he got tense. So let's reveal brilliant.
Yibs.
Oh, yibs.
This is what happens sometimes. I take sims that I had before and I try and change their traits, and then they sometimes, even though you do it through Creative Sim and didn't use cheats, it ends up with the problem. But oh well. Hopefully that goes away. Discuss interests and friendly. Sorry, it's not friendly. It's romance. Did we get that single? Yeah. Ask if single. Let's try this. So we can't actually. We need to buy cheese. So we can't actually do that part. Hopefully he's gonna come down. He's coming. Or he's not coming. He went up there. He's tense. What are his traits? We don't know. But he's single. Okay, so this is not one we can actually finish until we get some money. Which is why I really want the mayor. Oh, there's the mayor. Look at that. Let me slow down. Friendly introduction. And then also let's do a friendly introduction to the grocery deliverer. Because, oh, so we don't need this twice. We just need it once. Okay, so we're gonna come over here, do these friendly introductions, and then we're gonna come here, and under friendly activities, offer help with errands. And we'll do welcome to Henford on Bagley. So then one of the things we just need to do here, without even looking at it, but I'll drag it up, is we need to browse the garden or grocery shop. So we're going to do that right now. Obviously, we can't actually buy anything. You'll soon love our lovely village as much as I do. Why don't you wander over old New Henford and try to catch a fish in the lake or visit some of the shopping stalls in Finchwick? Perhaps you'd be so daring as to do both. Okay, well, we can't buy anything, but we did the browsing. So we're going to ask about dreams. And then we'll do the fishing when we get back to our neighborhood. And then we will... Okay, so now we're going to discuss those dreams. And I'm guessing that's also under activities? Nope. It just must be separate. Discuss the grocery deliverer's dreams. And we got that. We may as well come over here and report on the findings, even though we don't have the cheese or the dessert. A dessert. It'll come up and say we need to give her a dessert, and cheese counts. A whole cheese counts as that, not a piece. Let's wait for that. Okay, and let's pause and try and find. Okay, I'm not gonna look like that. I'm not gonna keep stopping and starting. And there's your deliver dessert. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to actually go try fishing here, and see if we can catch some fish, and see if we can catch enough fish before the market closes, so that we can buy that. I'm just doing it here because we can get the other fish later. Another one to look for is Agatha, is Agnes, I should say. Oh, and there she is. So she's got... Well, we'll worry about that after. We need a bit of money for hers also, because we need to buy a milk and we need to buy a garden mound. So it's pretty cheap one, but not too bad. So he's just gonna fish, and hopefully he'll catch something by 6:30 so we can sell it. Well, we caught 4 fish, so we're gonna try and sell them. 1 bass, 2 goldfish, and a perch. So we're gonna get 43. And And then we're actually going to try and buy grocery items now because we want to buy that cheese. And depending on how much it costs, maybe a milk. So a milk is 15, the cheese is 10, and we have 43. So we're going to buy 2 cheese so we can keep one so we have something to eat. And there we go. So we got that. And I did see Agnes, but I don't know if she's around anymore. I don't see her. So we're going to come here and deliver that cheese. Deliver dessert, which is the cheese. And get that one done at least. So that we'll make a little bit of money. And then we'll go home and fish in the neighborhood. And get that other one done. So then we'll have got 2 errands done and we'll have a little bit of money. And he did catch a voodoo doll, so yay. That will be good to sell on a yard sale table. And that should give us some money. 175. Yes. So now we need to catch that fish and that'll give us 175. What else did we get? We got so we got lettuce seeds and we got the gnome, which is 280. So I'll probably end up selling it. Maybe. On the yard sale table. All right. So yeah, I don't see her in there. Let's also come here. See, I don't like his errand because you need to make a chocolate pie and that's just not something I want to do. So we're going to go back on to Friend of the World before we leave. And we may as well do a friendly introduction to the grocery shop owner, even though I'm not planning on doing a task with her. At least not, no, that's Lavinia, so that's not. I think we'll just go focus on getting that last fish so that we can get that 175, and then that'll give us just enough money to buy a yard sale table, and we can sell our voodoo doll, and then have a bit more money, and then we'll probably do some more fishing to catch some more things to sell on our yard sale table. So I'll be back when we are over and fishing. So we're back home and we are fishing at the old New Henford Lake, which we need to catch a fish here. And that also was counting as our second place fished. So once we catch this fish, I will probably go to, whenever that is, to the Isle of Volpe Park in my case, because I placed my park version. So we caught that fish and he caught a trout. And we got our 175. So we have enough money for our yard sale table. But what I am going to do now that we caught that, like I said, is go to the park. We also have nothing at our location for anybody to do anything. And that will get us onto the next part, earning some points. And also maybe catching something else that we can sell on our yard sale table. So I'll be back. So we're here and we're fishing. So now he's on the next tier where he needs to fish for 10 hours. And we just essentially, want to earn some points, which we do have enough points now. So I can do my next thing that I like to do, which go over onto Leader of the Pack and buy that Rally the Troops perk, because that will be useful for us to keep going, because we want to get through this. One of my goals is to try also to get through this as quickly as possible. So we need to perform 10 club activities. I'm not necessarily, like I said, my main focus will be to finish the Nerd Brain aspiration, as well as doing this. I don't know which would happen first. We shall see. So let's go back to the, not that we need to be on the angling ace for this particular part of it, because, you know, it helps you track it, but you don't need it. Okay, so let's actually rally the troops, because he's got to go to the bathroom. Club gatherings, rally the troops. Okay, and you know what, why don't we keep up the doing tasks? And I noticed that that came up, so we're just going to go in here and offer help with errands. I don't know that his is one that's easier to do later on when you have the berries and whatnot. It sometimes is not as easy to do at the beginning because you don't have the berries and the mushrooms, more to the point. But we will, I don't know. Maybe we should, instead of doing this Mushroom Madness, which I find requires that, why don't we just do this Second Nature? And we need to watch 3 rabbits. So that's a little bit more up his alley because he's an animal enthusiast. So we're going to I'm going to change it. The lot just starts off the grid, but I'm not going to make that part of this. So I just need to go into build mode and change that. So we're going to have him go fishing some more. And hopefully he catches something fun. We're back home. He's got his 10 hours of fishing, so he needs to mount our bowl to fish. But what we're going to do is buy, first off, a yard sale table, and my favorite is the one that comes with Jungle Adventures because it is only 300 simoleons. The other ones that come with like City Living and Eco Lifestyle, if I don't, those are the two that I can think of. They're 400 simoleons. So this one is the cheapest, so it's a good one to get. So he has 58 simoleons left. So we are gonna just, so we get on to the next part, we're gonna buy. Maybe we won't. Maybe that's not really urgent right now. We're just gonna stick with that and not worry about that. So we did happen to catch another voodoo doll at the spot by the park, like in the other spot. So we got 2 of those. We're gonna try and sell that, and we got I think those are probably the best thing to try and sell, to be honest. And then maybe the gnome, because it's decently valuable. So we're gonna tend the table, stock the table, and hopefully sell these 3 things. And the rest, like I said, we'll just keep for now. And we're gonna mark up our prices, of course, and then we're gonna start a yard sale. And just to keep these from going bad, I'm going to stick them here. And I don't care. Maybe the fish will just go back into town and see if we can find Agnes to do her one. Oh, we got a Finchwick favor. Oh, look, we got mushrooms. Yay, and milk. Mushrooms are really good. Those are good. I don't know if we need... And we also want to plant the things that we have, which I need kind of a house, a shelter, because the only things that, like, this is fall and spring, these are summer, winter, so we have chocoberry, which is all seasons, and then the spring at least, which is spring right now. We've sold 2 of the things, which I wasn't really paying attention, but I can see we only have that on the table, so now we need to sell the other voodoo doll, and hopefully we get that soon, that we can, you know, move along and do some other things. And there we go, we sold it. So yay, we can end our yard sale. I'm not going to sell anything else right now. So that's good. So now I don't think I have enough money for the house. I would probably just place one that I've already had that I'll just place unfurnished. Though maybe it's better not to do that and just give him build him something smaller, because he probably doesn't need the one that I have. So I'll probably end up just building something so that I don't, you know, spend a lot of money on a big house that he doesn't need. He just needs something small for some shelter and the ability to, you know, then have the rocket ship and a sheltered garden. But let's go out and do some more fishing, and also let's try and sell the fish that we have, not the plants. We can't water them anyways if we were to plant them right now because it's raining, so for that part of the aspiration doesn't really help. So let's go head back to Finchwick and see if there's any other things we can do for errands. So where are the rabbits? So there's a rabbit. Actually, forget that. We will, but let's actually socialize. What is it we have to do with? I thought we had to watch them. Watch. Why is watching not a thing? Admire. It's under actions. Okay. Because he's an animal enthusiast, it becomes admire as opposed to watch. Well, let's name the rabbit and try and befriend the rabbit. Socialize, ask how it's going, gifting, give a gift. We have fish, so we'll give him a minnow. Maybe he'll give us a gift. Sometimes they're useful gifts, sometimes not so much, but doesn't really matter. We're just also trying to befriend, try and tell a joke about rabbit holes. Hopefully he likes that, and hopefully he likes the gift. So much for going off. Well, he didn't like the gift, but he wasn't negative. I think that was a negative. Talk about vegetables. Ask how it's going. Vegetables went well. Ask how it's going. Went well. Show dance move. Let's see whether Basil likes that. Oh, he's a bit embarrassed, I see. And Socialize, pet. Try petting.
Hey, Obumbi.
Okay. Gifting. Yes, we got a gift.
Oh, Oka lump.
What I want. Oh, we got that wasn't a very useful gift. Oh, we became friends. Asked for gardening help. We don't have a garden yet, but we're gonna. So I think we'll head over to the Finchwick in the next part, because that's actually going to be it for this part. Likes and comments are always appreciated, and they really help with the algorithms. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!